Hi everyone, it's Christy. Welcome to my YouTube page. Today we're going to talk about a couple different things. What to do when you get a bad haircut, or what to do when you get a haircut that you didn't want when you went in, and what to do about it afterwards, and also about practicing what you preach, which would be me, because I practice a lot about self-acceptance, self-love, self-care, really going within, not being so fixated on the external, but how to express ourselves, all those different things. Well, today I am here to tell you my whole process with my haircut journey yesterday. So obviously I got a haircut, a pretty big haircut. This is the picture. This is the picture that I gave her, and this is the cut that I wanted. Now, obviously, she has waves in her hair, and so I was going to use a rod, one of those rod iron things, to make the waves. But this is not necessarily the haircut I got, and in the process, I had to do a lot of self-reflection and really understanding why I actually got upset. This is the shortest my hair has been since high school. So you can see in the back it's really, really short. And it's an angled bob, which I didn't really want. I wanted an angled bob, but I wanted more texture. And when she was cutting it, um, I noticed she was almost finished, and there were parts of this that were so blunt that they were sticking out, and I started to freak out. Me started to freak out, going, "Oh my gosh, I look like Gilda, Gilda Radner. The Saturday Night Live host from a long time ago, when she had that like weird wig and she's like super crazy." And I saw this hair and I was like, what are we going to do? Because she had already cut so much off. And I watched it go on the ground, which I don't have a big deal with because I cut off about that much of my hair over a year ago. It's just that I've been carrying around this picture for so long that I just expected it somehow to look that way. So there's a couple different things here. When we go to hairdresser, and hairdressers know that it's just like a makeup artist, when people come and they're like, oh, I want that corally pink, soft, vibrant red with just a little bit of beige lip color, and you're like, that doesn't exist. So the same thing happens with hair styling. Is Although I really wanted that hairstyle, it was probably not the best for me. I don't have that long neck. My hair doesn't lay the same way, and I definitely have some funky do like hairlines back here. So we have to also make sure that our hairstylist can be honest enough and say, let's leave it longer, instead of trying to match our needs and then end up with a weird haircut. So when she was cutting that and I saw that it was really blunt, I wanted to cry because I thought, oh my gosh, she cut so much, and if she continues going, I'm going to be bald or getting some really, really weird haircut. And I actually wanted to leave and try to fix it myself, right? Try to fix it myself and then maybe come back and then something, because we were already there for an hour, and I had someone waiting for me, and I thought, you know what? I need to tell her that it was really blunt and it was looking weird. It was sticking out on both sides. It was not blended at all. And so I said, you know what? It's really blunt and I don't know what's going on, but it's sticking straight out. She took another hour to blend it. And this is the haircut. This is I haven't washed it since yesterday. So I have a feeling that when I wash it, I'm going to see a lot of things sticking out. So now I have a haircut that's going to need some high maintenance. And I didn't want a high maintenance haircut. I kind of wanted it like a dirty French girl haircut that just kind of tousles and maybe puts a few rod irons in it, gets to be, a lot of movement. I don't like very perfect haircuts. I like the ability that I can flat iron it or curl it under and make it look that way, but I'm very much more bohemian in how I do my hair. So when I first saw that she had these things sticking out, it was really blunt. It was weird. Whatever was going on under here was very weird. I start to get a few tears in my eyes, and I thought, okay, we need to just breathe and we need to walk through this. It's just my hair. And I was reading the People magazine with Julia Roberts on the front, and it's all about aging in Hollywood, injection surgery, plastic surgery, what some of these others, like Gloria Steinem, oh my gosh, I forgot the one of the actresses, but these aging actresses that were basically saying they didn't fall prey to the Hollywood ideal. So I'm reading this going, oh, this is what I've been talking about, and here I am going through this kind of inner growth type of work around my beauty and my vanity. I am a very girly girl. I love to do makeup and hair. I love to get dressed up. I love to express myself and celebrate how I appear in the world. I'm definitely not very comfortable being a slob. If I'm not feeling well, then you know, it reflects, right? If I'm not feeling well, if I'm sick, or if I've just had a really rough few days and I'm tired, then yeah, I'm not going to do the whole 9 yards. But I do, when I do social media, when I do these YouTube videos, it's important that I put my best face forward. I don't want to come on here like a slob. It's like I'm inviting you into my home and then I'm going to just be a smelly mess. I know. So I'm working all of this internal stuff going, what is going on? It's not the end of the world. And my number one concern was I need continuity in my YouTube videos. I want to make sure that I don't look like Gilda Radner because I won't feel comfortable with the information that I want to share with you. And finally, like, she cut it and I'm like, okay, that's fine. I just feel kind of like a soccer mom. It's not too Frenchy. It's not, whatever. I just felt like, okay, it's cute, but it's still not what I was anticipating. So my expectations were too high. They were not realistic. And then I was disappointed after the fact. And on top of it, I was kind of like an emotional mess because why is it that it was so important for me to look a certain way? Why couldn't I just be happy just being me? So I got to practice what I was preaching. So last night, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to wake up in the morning and I'm going to figure out how to own this and not allow it to own me and dictate how I experience this haircut that I didn't really want, but I'm actually growing into. So, what to do when you get something that you don't want or it's a bad haircut? Here's a few things. Play with it. Don't wash it. Try and play with it how they styled it so that you can see what you have to work with. And then you can figure out how to blow dry it or curl it or flat iron it or whatever you have to do, and play with some of the looks and how it, because I'm obviously not going to be able to do a ponytail, um, and I'm limited on a few different things. So the first thing I look at is my skin and my makeup. How can I play this up? So I started having a little bit more fun with it, being a little bit more curious, being a little bit more playful. It's just hair. It's not like she really like shaved a patch of my head and it's being exposed or burned my hair. It's doable, okay? So I decided, well, it kind of feels Frenchy to me, and I pulled out a whole wardrobe around Frenchy things. I looked up in my style books. I'm like, okay, I'm going to be a little bit more gamine, a little bit more. I'm going to take on the persona of this new haircut. And the persona of this new haircut to me is red lips. Immediately, I grabbed my Scarlet from Beauty Counter, put it on my lips before I put anything else on, and I'm like, okay, this fits. All right, next thing, gold hoops, red nail polish, and I did Bird Fling from Hue, and I'm like, okay, great, that's awesome. And nautical, like stripe prints. Okay, this is really simple. It's going. I'm getting it. I took a little bit of the flat iron and just tucked it under. I'm like, all right, I've got a Vidal Sassoon kind of angled bob that I used to have in the 80s, and it goes up way up high here, down here. Okay, let's play with it. Let's go with this, and let me explore my wardrobe. So a couple of things I did is I grabbed other glasses that I had. I thought, well, a cat eye might be kind of fun. It's kind of 60s. I can use some playful dresses, things that I haven't worn because it didn't really go with my hair. this will work. And then if I wanted to go with a Jackie O, I'd pull out the tortoise shell glasses that are big and mysterious. All right, okay. Then I got proactive with my my style. I thought, okay, well, French women love to wear scarves, so they don't match, so I could always do a scarf, right? And I did a whole wardrobe thing. I'm like, okay, let's be a little Frenchy, right? It's playful. It makes me embrace this stage as my hair grows into what I really want it to do. And my friend said, well, you can always get a hat. And I'm like, good idea. Let's do a Panamanian hat, a Panama hat. And I'm like, all right, that's also mysterious. It's a little fun. It's different. I haven't worn this hat, but this will go. This will work. So what you do is you do a little bit of grieving, a little bit of what the heck happened to my hair, and a lot of surrender, a lot of acceptance, because really our hair is our crown. It really is our crown, and when we have a bad hair day, we feel bad. That's not a horrible thing. This is part of what it means to be human. Not everybody feels that way, right? There's plenty of people with like dreads or long hair and they don't even care, and maybe they're, you know, that's their lives. But then there's those of us that actually do put some effort and time, and this is important. Everybody has what's important for them, and just honor it. So I'm honoring my vanity and how I was going to embrace it and how I could feel comfortable, because when I'm doing my Facebook lives, when I'm doing my lectures out in the world, when I'm in the public eye, I do want to be comfortable with how I am getting dressed, doing my makeup, doing my hair, and because otherwise that creative flow won't come out as easily. So I didn't want to hinder that. So I wanted to play with this. So make sure, if you know, because I thought, if I have a really short haircut, let's put some emphasis on color. Let's do some color, make it fun. I really love the highlights in that picture, but that's not really going to work with my hair, not right now. I am going to go ahead and try with the rod and see what happens when I get those kind of messy curls. And you know, my hair does grow really fast, but it was that split moment when I saw the disaster that she had, and she cleaned it up really well. That split moment that I thought, oh my gosh, how am I going to live with a mess of a hairdo? And luckily we kind of fixed it. We'll see when I wash it. But the point of this video is, when you get a bad haircut, look for positive things of how you can accessorize, how you can do your makeup, how you can get dressed until your hair moves to where you want it to be. Always ask the stylist, is this haircut the best for my hairline, for my neck? Because we see these pictures with these beautiful models with these long skinny necks, and it may not lay or sit right with our body type, our necks, all of that. So make sure you're asking those questions. Always go longer. Don't go shorter when you're trying a new stylist, because they can always take off more. It was my bad. I said, no, no, go higher. And what I realized is when she went higher, it shifted. That's what made this under part really stick out. And as you can see, it's super blunt under there. Luckily, the top is covering that. So make sure you talk to your stylist. Make sure you're realistic with your goals with your hair, just like your makeup goals. Make sure that you're realistic. And then if you get something that you don't like, be playful with it. Allow yourself to grieve, and then bring some fun accessories that just kind of gives you that growing space to grow your hair out and get to where you want it to be. So I think I'm going to do a whole video just on French style. I'm looking at these capsule collections of like really downsizing your wardrobe, and when I was doing this, I was having fun because I have jeans on. So I thought, okay, like if I wore a blazer with this and jeans and high heels, it actually works with this hairstyle where it wouldn't have worked with my other hairstyles. So have fun with it. It's just hair, and yes, you should Absolutely take care of yourself and express yourself and present yourself the way you want to feel and be expressed, and make sure that you feel comfortable and authentic in it. So I'm owning my little Frenchie style right now. Let's see where it goes. If you like this video, follow me here on YouTube. My new website is going to be coming very, very soon. It's christyfunk.com. And if you want any of the beauty, like my skincare or makeup, please message me. You can buy the Scarlet Lipstick on beautycounter.com/Christy Funk. The link is right below, and thank you very much. Au revoir.